All right, great Wednesday morning, everyone. Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery and with our 15 minutes to mastery that we do each and every day to get you started on the right foot. And yes, this is a special edition. It's the Christmas edition. So we're coming in a little bit later because I actually spent some time with the family this morning. We got all our gifts unwrapped, got everything going, and we are still live out here in beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hope you're doing well. Once again, welcome out to our 15 Minutes to Mastery, episode number 419. And we're continuing on what we need to do to develop the skills needed in order to be able to have an even better year in 2025. And today we want to talk about discipline and how to develop winner's discipline in 2025. Jocko Willink writes, if you stop looking for a shortcut and find your discipline, then you will find your freedom. That's so very true. And when you stop to think about it, the popular thing right now is to be able to, everybody's pitching the hack, everybody's pitching the shortcut, everybody's pitching you the top three ways that you can become a millionaire next year in 2025, and how you can do it in a week, how you can do it in a month, when in reality there is no shortcut. There are no hacks. There's no hack to anything. There's even a lift in weightlifting. It's called the hack squat, right? Or squat hack. And it's not really it's not a hack. You still have to put in the work, and that's what we want to talk about today. Too many people looking for the shortcuts. I mean, I see it all the time. We've got some boys in our family, younger boys, and they're always trying to find the shortcut. No, but we got to be able to do this, and all to avoid the work. And when it comes down to it, you just can't get away from the work. Now, you can fall into a career path. You can decide that you're just going to let things happen to you. You're going to go about carrying out your day and carrying out a job and showing up and thinking that, well, as long as I put in my time, everything's going to be fine. And I will, as long as I just do this and do that, then, I go about my life. And that's great and all. So many people do that. So many people do that all across the globe, right? It's not just here in the US. That's a common thing amongst humanity. But for those of you that want to accomplish great things, for those of you that want to be able to have experiences, for those of you that want to do something bigger than yourself, well, you're going to have discipline. You're going to have to take risks. You're going to have to be intentional and work with purpose. And so today we're talking on discipline and the fact that there are no shortcuts. There's only work. A lot of people are scared of working. Think about it this way, okay? You start 2025, and how many times have you seen it in years past? For those of you that have been in the industry for a while, somebody starts the year and they have all these ideas in their head. They have these goals in mind, and they start going about their year without any sort of habits, without any sort of routine, without anything, that just something that they're working at, chipping away at. And then they lose momentum. They lose motivation. They drop off the cycle. They drop off the wagon. And next thing you know, they're struggling, they're suffering, they're not making the money they want to or need to be making, and then they're gone. And then you compare that with that one person who's methodical, that one person who has a routine, that one consultant who comes in every day and takes care of the non-negotiables, that handles the daily steps that he or she need to take in order to achieve long-term success. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's not sexy, it's not quote unquote fun, but they get the job done. And next thing you know, they're living life at a higher level. They're experiencing things that other people don't experience. They're having successes that other people don't have. And their business just seems to flourish. They always seem to be doing well. Their life is grand. And that all comes down to discipline, because too many people want to run on motivation, right? Too many people, they get excited, they get hyped up, and well, I want to do this and I want to do that. But then they know within them, that they have to take care of certain things every day. It's repetitive. In order to achieve success, it's repetitive, whether it's in life, in business, in sports. Same thing in sports. You think about sports. Anytime you've played, man, I remember playing football and basketball, and you run the plays over and over and over. And it just seems like sometimes you start getting bored just being out there, because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. But that repetitive nature starts to build muscle memory. It just becomes second nature. I love a quote that Nick Saban has in which he says, "We don't practice until we get it right. We practice until we can't get it wrong." In other words, it's just something within them that it is perfect execution every time. And too many people want to, they don't want to apply that within their own life, because they think, well, that's sports, right? Or that applies to those people, but I can't, that's not real life. That is real life. Sports is real life. Business is real life. Life obviously is real life. And for those of you that want to keep looking for the shortcut, or for those of you that want to say, well, no, that's too much work, or why are you so involved in all of this, and you don't give yourself time for the things that are going to make you happy. You know what? People dedicate their life to doing these things and operating out of discipline because it does make them happy. It makes them happy because they get to experience things that those who are judging them don't get to experience, haven't been able to even, can't even see it in their own head that they'd be able to do those things. So they start putting their limitations on you. But I'm getting back to what I'm talking about in discipline. When you have the discipline, that's going to help you keep going even when the motivation runs out. You started a New Year's resolution, and it takes discipline to carry it forward past the 2-3 weeks that you're excited because you bought new gear for the gym and you got these cool new gloves and whatever it is, and you're going to show up and you're there and you're doing the thing. But then you realize, oh crap, it's actually work. It hurts. It's hard. Oh, I don't know that I want to do this. And then you back off. Same thing in business. You get all excited and you say you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And then you realize that you get punched in the face a few times, and then you just back off because it hurts and it's hard. I tell my kids all the time that life is not easy. That's one of the things. Everybody wants it to be fair. Life isn't fair. It's not fair. Okay, I've been through a whole bunch of things in life myself, and just because I'm a minority, right, and just because I try to do things doesn't mean that I deserve anything. Life is going to give you only what you put into it. If you put in the work, but not just showing up to work, but if you put in the work to continue to grow, to continue to get better, life's going to repay you. You're going to be able to have the success that you want and that you need to have in order to accomplish the things that you're after. Don't ever let anyone sell you short. But at the same time, don't let anyone fool you into thinking that it's going to be easy. I put my boys into hard situations. I pressure them all the time. I'm always pushing them because that's what life is going to do to them when they leave the house, when they decide to form their own life, when they get out into the real world. Yes, does it create conflict sometimes? Even within my own family? My wife sometimes thinks I'm a little too hard on them. My mother-in-law definitely thinks I'm too hard on them. But it's like I say, I don't want to coddle them right now and then have them go out in the real world and have the world chew them up and spit them out because I didn't prepare them for what's about to happen. I've been through the ringer. Like I told you guys a few days ago, I lost everything twice. I was living out of my vehicle for 3 months. I've done everything. Nothing, none of that. I've experienced. I've been incarcerated. Everything, man. It's short of death. Okay, life will come at you in so many different ways, and that's why I want to make sure that my boys are set up mentally, physically, with the capacity to be able to overcome anything that comes their way. We were talking about this just yesterday. We were playing a game and we were talking about our greatest strengths. And I told everybody at the table, I believe my greatest strength is resilience, being able to bounce back every time that life punches me in the face, every time that I've fallen down, to get back up, to not let anything or anyone deter me from going after the things I want to say, even when they're telling me that I need to stop, that I need to quit it, that I need to just go back to doing whatever. I'm not letting anybody stop me, and nor should you. But that takes discipline in order to reach that. You gotta. The reason you're going to stop, the reason you're going to quit, the reason you're going to let people influence your decisions and telling you, oh, well, you really shouldn't do that. Oh, but what if this happens? Oh, what if you lose that? Guess what? If I lose it, I'll get it back. But the only way that the only reason you're going to listen to those people is because you know you're not willing to put in the work. You know you don't have the discipline to do it. So it takes having a winner's discipline to be able to do that, because motivation will run out. The excitement of starting a new business back in April 23, believe me, that excitement ran out probably 2-3 months after the fact, because then it was reality. Then it was just work every single day after day, 7 days a week, just like now, even almost 2 years into it. It still takes every single day. It takes everything that I've got, everything that we've got, all day, every day, to make sure that we get to where we're going. You don't build something great and you don't build something bigger than you in a matter of a week, a year, 2 years. You're talking 5, 8, 10 years till it just really takes off. Now, are you willing to put in that type of effort, that willing to put in that type of work? Because look, you're probably most likely going to still be around 5, 8, 10 years from now. So you're still going to have to work. So you might as well dig deep and go in and do the things that are needed in order for you to be able to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So with that being said, you also have to understand you're after results. You're after results, and the results will only come through the habits that you establish. You want discipline, you need to have habits. What time are you getting up in the mornings? Does it vary all the time? What are you doing when you wake up? Do you do different things? Or do you have a routine? But listen, hold on. Before you, well, I get up and I wake up and I have my coffee and I do my meditation and I do my prayers but still nothing happens. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. Yes, you should pray every day, morning, noon, night, every opportunity you get. But what I'm talking about is this: when you get up in the morning, are you waking up at the same time? Are you knocking out your non-negotiables? Are you knocking out the things that are going to move the needle early in the morning? Or are you wasting time? Are you just convincing yourself that you are actually doing the things that need to get done? Because most people don't. Most people don't get up, have a routine that moves the needle in their business. That's the routine that you need to be after. Reward yourself after. Don't be doing the nonsense in the mornings, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Because by the time you show up to the office, you're not even ready to go. If you're waking up, having your coffee, watching your news, all the bullshit that doesn't get you anywhere, okay, then you show up to the office and you don't have any real plan for the day, and you show up and you're drinking more coffee and you're talking to everybody, and then you're trying to figure out what needs to get done. My gosh, those of us that have our day planned have already done 20 times as much as what you have, and you wonder why everybody's ahead of you. So your daily habits are so important, especially when it comes to you professional housing consultants, community managers. What are you knocking out? Get yourself ready for the day and go attack the day, win the day, do the things that need to get done. because that's what's going to carry you forward. That's going to push you to be able to do, and that's not an easy life. Most people think that oh, but no, I hear it all the time. Why do you push your boys so hard? Why do you know why? Because I've been through all the bullshit, and I don't want them to. I wish and here's the thing. I'm gonna let me clear this up. Growing up, I had that. The reason I have the work ethic that I do is because of my mother. My mother showed me what it is to put in the work every single day. I'm just blessed that I've learned some other things along the way that helped open my vision to what the possibilities are. But make no mistakes about it. To this day, even to this day, my mother works her ass off. Even now, they run their own little tree trimming company. I don't even want to call it a little tree trimming. They own their tree trimming company, and she is out there busting her ass every day. So say what you will say about that. I commend and I love my mom for that, for having instilled that in me. Right. And my uncles, they all were the type of people who were workers. So I've always had that example before me. However, at the same time, what I am getting at is that I wasn't prepared for the way business really works. Life really works out here. When you're doing small and just take care of you, it's a great thing. I could have a smaller company and something that would just take care of me and my family. But when you're going after something huge like what we are, establishing a national company, establishing a company that's going to go, that has already helped over 300 people this year. And like I've mentioned before, imagine this. So we've worked with 300 housing consultants and community managers over 2024. Even if I know most of them have funded more than one deal a month, because that would be ridiculous if you were just doing one deal a month. Okay. Most of them are doing 4 or 5 a month, 6, if not more. Okay. But even if it was just one per month, one home that they sold every month, 300 by 12 months, that's 3,600 families that we, Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, myself, my family, our team, has had an influence on. Think of that impact, that level of impact that we're having. So we're building a company that's going national. We've been to over 20 some odd states already. We've worked with hundreds of people, and this year we're planning on making it thousands. So when you're building something that big, life's going to come at you really, really hard. There's going to be bigger problems. There's going to be bigger challenges. And so we need to be prepared for that. We need to have the discipline. I need to have the discipline. Everyone on my team needs to have the discipline, not just say they have the discipline. They need to have the discipline to make sure that they're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing each and every day to make sure we get to where we're supposed to be getting to every day of every month of every year. And so with that being said, that's why I push my boys as hard as I do. That's why I put them in uncomfortable situations. That's why I'm always challenging them. Because as I've said before, I won't be here forever to take care of them, and they need to take care of themselves. And I need them to be prepared for when they decide, if in the future, to have their own families, that they're able to do the things that they need to do to be able to provide and do and be the protectors and the providers that their families are going to require of them. And at the same time, build something bigger than even what I'm doing. That's why I push myself, and that's why I push them the way that I do. And that's why I push you. Those of you watching this, that's why I push you the way that I do. Because you need that. I wish I had that growing up. Folks, there's so much that you can do in this industry. There's so much that you can do because of this industry. And all I'm telling you is it's going to take discipline. It's going to take habits. So let's talk about what are the 5 best ways that the 5 top habits that you should have, that you're establishing and putting into your daily routine each and every day. First and foremost, look, it's daily prospecting. You put in the work every day, even on the days off, even on Sundays. You need to spend some time prospecting. finding new clients. You got leads, take them with you. Take them with you to the house over the weekend and make some phone calls over the weekend as well while you're home on Sunday. Go to church, do whatever you're going to do, but you got to take some time to be able to get that done. Daily prospecting. The next thing you got to do is time blocking. You got to be able to control your time. You got to run your day. You got to be ruthless with your time. Some people aren't going to like it. Some people are going to tell you that you're working too much. Some people are going to say, why does everything have to be off the schedule? Because that is what leads to success. That's why. You don't let things happen you're not hoping that things are going to happen. You're making things happen. So you got to run your day. The next thing is continuous skill development. You got to continue to grow, continue to improve, continue to learn. Learn the product, learn the financing, learn the warranties, learn the construction, learn everything about what you do, learn how to speak better, learn how to do everything better. There's always something to be learned, always something to be improved. If you're not growing, you're dying. I don't care if you're 28. I don't care if you're 11, like my boys, or 7-year-old, 18, 24, whatever age, 52, 75, 100. I don't care. Always continue to learn. The next thing is client follow-up. Always be in touch with your current leads and your current pipeline and those people that you've sold before. Stay in constant communication with them. Keep growing that relationship. Keep building it so that leads to more for you. And lastly, always, always, always take time for reflection and adjustment. Sundays, I tell you, Sundays, we call it Sunday recharge. That's the time, that's the day that you should take to analyze what happened the week before, what worked, what didn't work, what needs to get adjusted for the following week, what do I need to get done the following week, and come up with your plan for the week so that you can hit the ground running Monday morning and attacking. Double down on the things that worked and improve the things that didn't. If you can establish these routines, these habits for yourself right now, start working at it now. Today, if you didn't start already this week, start today. Christmas, make that, give that the gift. Give yourself that gift today of deciding to stop looking for the shortcuts. All right? Stop with all that BS. There are no shortcuts. You're not going to get away from the work. Accept it. Establish these routines. Build those habits. Build the discipline, because discipline is what it takes. Discipline trumps motivation all the time. And that's going to make 2025 an even better year for you, your family, your community, everyone involved. Plus, you start making an impact around those people around you. Don't forget that. Your people are always watching you. Even your haters are always watching you. And when they see you, that you won't quit, you can't stop, you're always putting in the work, you're going to leave them intimidated. They may not say it, but they're just going to be like, oh my God, it's going to be, I don't know if you've ever watched the Rocky film where he's fighting Apollo Creed and he keeps getting knocked down and he keeps coming back up. And Apollo at some point is just like, oh my God, this guy will not stop. That's what people are going to say about you. And eventually you'll have the success you're after. Ladies and gentlemen, we are part of a great industry, and we help so many families that most people don't even think about. So hold your head up high. Don't let anyone bring you down. And always, always keep moving forward. You guys have a great Christmas. Enjoy the rest of your time with your family if you had the opportunity and had the blessing to be with them. If not, look, man, if you're on your own right now and you see everybody sharing those family pictures and you see all these people spending time with loved ones, don't hate on them. Just realize that you got work to do. Your time will come. And you've always got people in us here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. You can always turn to us, reach out to us. Man, this is one of the things where my wife would say, hey, sometimes you get a little too close to people. Man, I can't help it. Some people may think I'm an asshole. and just because I keep pushing. And that makes people uncomfortable. But I am far from being an asshole. I love to help people. That's why I've decided to start this company. That's why we do what we do. And for those of you out there, man, look, we're here. And your time's coming. Just apply yourself, discipline, get after it. And you'll see. This time next year, things will be a whole lot different. As long as you put in the work. You've got to put in the work. So enjoy the rest of your day. We're always here. And we'll be back in tomorrow with another 15 Minutes to Mastery. And we've got a huge announcement. I'm working on some stuff today. Huge announcement coming to you tomorrow. Be ready for it. We're going to turn 2025 on its head for you with what we're about to tell you tomorrow. Okay. So we'll be in here. Huge announcement. But you guys have a great day. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.